and what drugs they were. But that's okay. We can skip that. No, PCP.
Dude, what is this thing? It's like a pen with no ink.
It's for carving.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
That makes sense because the fucking table's carved.
Yeah, it's carved. It's a carved table.
Did Davy K's write on here himself? Yes.
The Davy Cakes Supreme.
I mean, pretty much everybody that does this that's done this since we've gotten to the new spot and had the carving utensil out has marked the table in and of their own volition.
Can I write something?
You could do whatever you want, buddy.
I'm going to write hashtag Eric's Food and Lifestyle blog.
God damn it.
What else would I write?
I mean, that's fine. That's fine. We do have.
You
you are an accomplished food and lifestyle blogger. So, I mean, that's the only reason we had you on the podcast. Definitely not because you're a comic.
Are you a comic?
No, I'm a highly successful food and lifestyle blogger.
That's what I thought. Let's talk about lifestyle blogging.
When you do talk, try to talk like right into the mic there.
Right into it?
Yeah. Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just get up on it?
Just
get up on it.
Just
Get
like
up.
you're,
Get up.
It's like you're eating some ass?
yeah, exactly
Just like you're
that.
eating that ass, Eric. I mean, we all know you're a pro at it. Even though we're not allowed to discuss the people you're fucking.
Can't. I like how we say the people he's fucking.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely more than one.
Listen, if I look like Eric Sobczak, it would definitely be more than one.
It's him. He's fucking himself.
Yeah.
So that's one.
Okay.
I mean, that's always one.
No, I never take
You
that
never
into
count the
account.
one?
No.
I always count the one because if I'm not counting the one, then I'm fucking nobody.
That's true. That's true. You only have one to count.
I only have me. I only have
Very
me,
true.
Matt. And if I'm not my own best friend, then nobody's going to
You're
be.
probably your own best lay, too.
Yeah, I am.
Gonna-
Fuck, dude.
throw
I
that
make
out
my
there.
toes curl.
Oh, man, I can do some wicked things to myself.
Actually, that's one of it's. I don't want to step on his bit, but that's one of my favorite jokes of Eric's. Is when he does like a big call and response open, and then he goes make some noise if you've ever gotten the four corners of a fitted bed sheet to come up while you're fucking. Now make some more noise if you've done that alone, or something to that nature. And it's just it's my favorite. And I'll cut that out, but I love that bit.
It's similar. Wait, I haven't been talking because I'm trying to carve this, and it's not even in a straight line. And
That's
then when
fine.
I'm done, I'll talk.
We'll get into it with you.
you're
How you
ruining
been,
the
Pop
mojo.
Pop? What's
Buddy, so good.
Have you? How was San Diego? You just got back
it's
from San
beautiful.
Diego, Pop Pop.
I was out there for a week, buddy.
San Diego for a week.
Fucking week on the beach.
Your fucking
It's
kids
gorgeous.
look so much like you. It's scary.
Crazy, right?
I saw the picture of your boys today or
Yeah.
the other day from out there.
Yeah.
And I mean, like when they were younger, they didn't look as much like you, but now, like they're real. Like your
Yeah.
oldest, fuck. I mean, that kid, he's gonna have a tough time keeping donut salesmen away from him.
Oh God, that's a gorgeous boy. My gorgeous boys. Yeah, dude, they're nuts. My son cradled me over the week.
Did he put you in a cradle?
I wasn't
Like cross face, like through the legs,
Was-
straight up,
yeah.
far side cradle.
was not expecting it.
Yikes!
He came up behind me and like grabbed the back of my leg.
Yeah.
And so I just grabbed the back of his head and just jammed his head into the ground. Mm-hmm. And I was kind of wrestling from the side.
Is this on the beach?
No, this was in the house. We were just like walking through the house. He likes to attack me as I'm walking through houses. That's his thing.
I mean, if you were my dad, I would do the same
Yeah.
shit.
And so, and
Just
then
attacking with
and then
reckless
all of a sudden, my forehead was touching my knee, and I was like, "Oh no!"
He just rolled you the fuck up.
I'm gonna have to beat the shit out of him now.
You definitely-
I'm gonna have to murder
you can't
this
let
kid.
that
This
stand.
kid has to die.
You can't let that stand. That's your offspring. You can't
yeah.
let him cuck you like
He's
that.
gonna have to die.
You ever,
That's,
you ever cuck your old man? No cucks.
you never put him in a cradle.
no cradling. No cradle. No, you ever throw like a faster? Like you played baseball or something? Did you ever play sports?
You ever throw some high heat, some high cheese?
You look like you have the archetype of a really good pitcher. I'm sure we've talked about this before.
I was never good at sports. I never played any sports for my high school. I would play like just a league where like not
Just
good
a
people play.
just a generic
Just
sports
like
league.
real
Rec leagues, yeah.
Just a sports league. Just all sports. What was the sports
Parks
league?
and Rec.
Was it
It's
baseball?
just like an in-house league where it's like a league that you go sign
Like-
up and then you play.
We would
play-
just
you play,
just
like,
show up.
intramurals.
Yeah.
We would just
Yeah, it
show
was
up
like
and they would just pick a new game
You never
every
played
week.
like an intramural sport at all? Oh, wait, you grew up in a cult.
I don't. What is an intramural sport? Like I always had I was playing baseball league or basketball league. There was always it was
so
always a specific
It'd be
thing.
like a league through. Okay, so first like an
City
in-house
League.
league would be just a league through whatever, just like Phoenix,
Right.
baseball,
So it was baseball.
whatever. Yeah.
Talking to your mic, you fuck.
Sorry guys, this is my first podcast.
No, this is the first time Eric Sobczak has ever been agreed to do a podcast.
Well, he's agreed to do other podcasts. He's just never showed up.
That's absolutely not true.
It's a gross over-exaggeration.
Name some names.
Names.
I have no names. I just wanted to say that.
How did we start this out with you accusing me
Listen,
of lies?
one thing you're gonna find out about me is all I do is make accusations, and they're pretty much 99% made up.
Completely unfounded. He's
wait
the
for it.
biggest asshole that we have to deal with in daily life.
Absolutely,
is
100%.
Pop-Pop.
That's me.
Yep, that's why he's here, because he's a dick.
I'm a dick.
He's a giant dick.
That's-
He tells people that he's the talent on this show.
Well, first
and
of all, that's completely true.
I wasn't aware there was talent on this show.
Oh,
Listen, I like
The
it.
accusations are coming back.
job.
They've been caught and
Listen,
returned.
do you know
to
who
sender.
that hurts more than it hurts Bill more than it hurts me because
No,
my
when you-
ego's impenetrable and you can't hurt my feelings.
Well, see, I already know I'm shit, and just the fact that he just said that made me feel good.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, definitely. The fact that he supported me in stating you're not the talent. So
Oh no, he was just saying there was no talent.
no,
which-
yeah, and I
no,
mean
yeah.
I agree.
No, that's fine. No,
We're
listen.
gonna edit that out, listeners. We love you, and we are hyper talented individuals. All of us.
I
that are
don't
part-
like any of you. First of all,
Matt.
First of all,
Matt. You love my mom.
Oh, I love your mom.
I agreed to this
I
for
love me some
beer.
tea.
For free beer.
For free beer?
The free beer is available. Do you need another?
Do you need more free beer?
Would you like another free beer?
Would you like a free
let's bring
beer?
all the free beers.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you guys some
Pop,
free
pop.
beers.
Bring us a free beer. Bring us some more free beers.
Talk shit on him.
I mean, how is he that fat and have no ass? That's what always boggles me. It's like his greedy belly took all that good ass fat.
How is someone with such a tiny penis that confident?
I mean,
These are all valid questions.
that tiny
boys.
penis is definitely like a working penis, though. He has 3 children.
Dude, it does work. it
works
does work.
pretty goddamn
And
good.
I have proof that I've used it at least 3 times.
I mean, what you got?
You can't really argue with that.
No,
can't.
there's no
You
arguments.
can't.
No arguments to the validity of Pop Pop's dick.
It works pretty good too.
Good, valid dick right there.
Well,
Some good, healthy kids.
Maybe it worked too good because your kids are kicking your ass now.
That's true. That is true. That is true.
Was it 15? The 15-year-old?
The 15-year-old goddamn cradle. Got me in a goddamn cradle.
Well, the best
I'm
part
still blown
is
away by it at this point.
that he rolled you up in it from like you defending him grabbing the leg and like and you did what you were supposed to do.
Here's my-
pushed his head down.
Yeah, I was just fucking around.
Still.
And I thought we were both just fucking around, but now I know from this point on,
It's game.
I have to hurt him.
Yeah, you have to
Yeah.
assert dominance. What are you gonna do when you can't?
Oh boy.
Because this kid's
Listen,
eventually gonna be bigger and more athletic than you, and
I
you're
don't-
not gonna be able to stop
I don't think
him.
he's going to be bigger.
He'll-
I don't think this one's going to
like,
be
he's
bigger.
not gonna be fatter, but he's gonna be more
Oh,
muscly.
he's going to be super athletic. I know that. I
You're
know
going to have
that.
to start paying him rent. that's step 1. Dad, it's the 3rd. Where the fuck's rent?
I'm paying my son protection money now.
Oh my god. Just get it
We
straight
wouldn't
up.
want to have an accident like we did the last time, would we, Dad? You wouldn't want your mouth to touch your balls again.
Oh my god.
Would you, Father?
He starts fucking your girlfriend.
Starts instituting a curfew.
He's like, "Hey, I know you're doing this fucking comedy thing because you think you're funny, but you got to be in the house by 10 o'clock. I'm locking the door."
Starts confiscating your cell phone for various things he views as indiscretions.
Oh, man. You guys have painted a very bleak picture for me. Like I realized things were bad, but
This is what's
realize-
going to happen by the time this kid's 18.
I didn't realize the road were
That's
down.
what happens when you shoot superhumans out of your penis.
Shouldn't have had a dick that
God
works so
damn
good,
it.
Matt. Should have had a worse dick.
God damn these amazing genetics of mine.
Yep. Yeah, that's what Gore. That's what you got. You can thank Gore Thorson.
Ah, fucking Gore.
Goddamn Gore.
Goddamn Gore. Sea King of Uplands.
He's Matt is a descendant of Vikings, and he likes to make sure everybody knows that. I know it so much. I'll even tell people.
He does.
Like,
He just does it for me. He's
I
my
just do it
proxy
for
dude.
him at this point because I just can't stop talking about Gore Thorson.
All right, let's get real here. Like, how real were Vikings?
They didn't wear the horn hats. That's a myth. That was like predicated by famous operas and things.
Fucking snooty ass opera.
The Vikings were super fucking real though.
Very real.
Because I'm never can some shit happen like that happened so long ago. I'm like, this doesn't even seem like it really happened. Like
Like all
King
the
Arthur's
dragons?
court. I don't even know if that's
I mean,
real or
that
not.
wasn't real. That
I'm just
wasn't
giving
real.
you
That
an
was a book.
example
That
of
was
my
just a-
base
that was a
level.
book.
Are you
where
talking
I'm
about
at.
pulling a sword out of the stone and having a spirit from the water come out and say you're king?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that didn't happen.
I have no idea.
That
Well, I
one
don't
didn't
even really know the lore. of it.
Beowulf did though.
Dude, I thought
He also saw all 7 levels of hell.
I don't even know
so-
if Beowulf's real or not.
It's not real.
This is shit I
Beowulf's
just
not
barely know about. Dude, up until like
Dante Alighieri, not real.
sophomore of high school,
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if like Caesar or Romeo and Juliet, any of that shit. I'm like, I don't know if this is real or not. I don't know if Shakespeare is just writing shit.
Yeah, that's
Or,
that's what he
you know,
was doing.
but in the internet, I could have just been like, was Julius Caesar a real person?
Yeah,
he
but
was.
there wasn't the availability like that.
How old are you?
back then? 34.
Oh shit! Like you're just a year younger than me.
They're
Okay.
the same age, same about age. You
I
guys
always
remember
think-
what
I
age
always
were
think
you?
you're
Do you
like fucking
what age?
26.
What age do you remember? No, Eric? You think Eric's 20? You always think Eric's 26?
I do. I always think he's
Look
26.
at that! Look at that! Look at the way you're maintaining your youth.
he's a
Give me a
young,
high
good-looking
five on
lad,
that,
man.
you
I pulled
youthful
that
son of a
Excalibur
bitch.
sword, and it gave me,
Yeah.
it transported me to the
To eternal youth,
eternal, the
fountain of youth.
fountain of youth.
That
He's
fountain.
got this smooth face. There's no lines
No, he
going
didn't.
on.
I
He's got
mean,
this beautiful long
The
hair.
motherfucker barely has to shave.
Yeah.
Like, I would love that if I had like such a defined bone structure and everything. You know, Eric's got my favorite.
Dick.
No,
Oh.
no, I've never seen that. I don't claim.
listen.
If I saw it, I would comment and I would have
Listen.
detailed
I
descriptions.
believe there would be comments.
There'd be many comments
that's
if I had
just-
seen
just
Eric's schwanz.
More about you, not about anything.
No,
that
it's
I'm packing. It's
definitely just says about my
any penis.
Yeah,
There
No.
will be a comment.
there's definitely
But
comments
if you
made.
see a penis, especially one of your friends, like you're gonna comment on it.
You should. I mean,
Now,
at
if you
least tell
don't,
your buddy
that's-
what he's working with.
that's
Are
pretty
you guys-
gay.
Be
if you
real
don't.
for your friend. Like if you see your friend's dick, let him know what he's packing.
So are you not,
Objectively.
so you're objective about it. You're not nice. You're
no,
not being like, oh,
if
that's
you're
a good
packing
looking
a
dick.
piece, I'm going to tell you it's a piece.
Yeah.
If you're packing something that's geez, man, like I'm going to tell you it's an geez, man dick.
What if it looks weird? What if it's got
If
like
it's scary looking,
if it's got like a real fat base and a tiny little head on it? You know,
I mean,
it looks like a
all
traffic
right,
cone
so
kind of.
I saw David Case's dick.
Tapered?
I saw David Case's dick recently. I told
Yeah.
him exactly what I thought it looked like. I
What?
thought it looked like a really big grape shoved into a fleshy colored sleeping bag. That's exactly what Dave's dick looks like.
That's funny.
Like, if you got a scary looking dick, I'm going to tell you got a scary looking dick. Conversely, I think women should tell other women that they have scary looking tits. Like, if you're a girl, you're in the locker room, the other girl, you know, like, you're sure she's self-conscious. Don't be nice about them, though. Like, let her know that they're awful.
I don't
Like,
think I've ever actually seen scary looking tits.
no? Oh, you lucky man. You're a lucky man.
Yeah, I mean,
I've been on
seen-
the internet a lot. Lots of things on the internet.
There are lots of things. You never seen, like, one of those, like, top 10 lists of, like, the scariest looking boobs?
I mean, I guess the weirdest boobs I've seen are like boob jobs gone wrong.
Boob jobs
that
gone
kinda
wrong or
shit.
bad. Other ones that are gone bad is like, I got my life in order and lost a bunch of weight, and now my boobs look like Walmart bags with golf balls in them. Like, just wrinkly in all the wrong ways, and then there's just a weird amount of weight distribution happening,
Yeah.
you know? They've lost all the elasticity in
It's
that.
not fair.
In that tension,
It's not
in that
fair.
fiber.
It's not fair that
Connective tissue.
you could get fat and then lose all that weight and then look worse.
Yeah. I
Having
mean, a
lost
lot
all
of
that
people
weight.
do because you look like a melty candle at that point.
Oh my God! There was this gym I used to go to, and there was this dude who worked there who walked around, and you could tell that he had like gastric bypass surgery because he had a pair of pants that were fucking huge, and like his face was real skinny.
Did he just
and his
walk
arms
around?
were real
Did he just
skinny.
walk around with the pants, like just holding them
No,
up, like
like,
I did this?
He wore them.
I did this.
He wore them, but you could see like his skin tucked into his pants.
Oh!
You could see the big skin flap that used to be his stomach. That was like his pants were tied over.
This is melty candle fupa.
Oh man, it was
the melty candle fupa.
I felt so bad for the guy because I was like, dude, you did so much work and your face looks good.
Yeah.
But then you have like all this body shit. Now you've got to get fucking surgery and have him cut all this goddamn skin off.
That's real,
you.
dude.
And
I
I've heard
never.
that surgery's really like it's dangerous.
Fuck yeah, it's
a dangerous,
amazing. Any
super
surgery is
surgery.
dangerous.
Yeah. But I mean, not any surgery.
Anytime you get put under for anesthesia, there's a chance you won't wake up.
Mike,
That's not all surgery. You have to do that.
True, but I mean, I've never had one where I could stay up for
all
it.
right. Any surgery that you have
it's
to be
7.
put under anesthesia is dangerous.
Okay.
Well, even a local anesthetic, you still have a reaction to that anesthetic and then fucking die.
That's a good point too. Eric,
mean,
counterpoint.
I feel like you haven't had this surgery, so you're like, no, that surgery is for fucking pussies. That's easy as shit.
That's a weak
The surgeries
that's a
that
weak
I've
argument,
had
Eric.
are way more difficult.
Bill, counterpoint to that.
Even easy surgery is still surgery. And what if you have like a blood clotting disorder that's undocumented and then you bleed out the second they touch you with a knife?
Dude, what's the knee surgery where they just scope your knee? That's considered
Arthroscopic?
surgery.
Yeah. It's just a scope.
That's
you
considered
go-
surgery. That takes like 10 minutes.
Don't they put you out for that too?
They still put you out for that.
I mean, that's different than like your heart is exposed and like it's like, oh shit.
It's
a
not-
fucking
you're right.
fly just flew into my chest cavity.
It's not open heart surgery. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's not open heart surgery. You are correct about that. What else were open heart surgery? I don't know. I got high, Eric. That's what
That's
happened.
okay.
That's what happened to me. I lost my memory. I don't even know what we were talking about anymore.
I don't know. We're talking
Jesus
about
Christ.
penises a lot.
We were talking about penises.
Penises get talked about a lot on here. So
Yes,
I'm
they-
sorry that I reset the camera and then fucking Pastor Mike showed up to buy drugs.
Hey, Pastor Mike. Happy
Pastor Mike,
birthday,
the
you
son of a
gorgeous son of a
bitch.
bitch.
It's Pastor Mike's birthday today, everybody. Say happy birthday to Pastor Mike in the present tense because you'll be watching this a week after it.
Yeah.
Happy birthday,
Pastor Mike.
Pastor Mike.
We love you, Pastor Mike, and your show at Valley Bar.
Let's talk about your lifestyle blog.
Let's talk about the
You guys
lifestyle
wanna talk
blog.
about the blog?
I want to know what qualifies you as a lifestyle blogger. I'm willing
has
to
n-
accept. Hold on a second. I'm willing to accept your qualifications as a food blogger because I feel like you've had a lot of food in your life. You're 34 years old. You've been places. Tell me what qualifies you to be a lifestyle blogger, Eric Sobczak.
Well, first of all, Eric's food and lifestyle blog sounds way funnier than Eric's food blog. That's mainly the reason.
Okay.
Okay, but no, if we want to be real about
that's
it,
a great answer.
if we want to be so. We were at work
Yeah.
and it was someone's birthday, so the boss brought in a cheese plate, and someone I don't know. I feel
the
like
boss brings in a cheese plate if someone sneezes at work.
Oh yeah.
We have a lot of cheese.
so. I feel like someone was just having a fucking verbal orgasm over cheese, as people tend to do.
They do.
And then I was just like, you know what? Cheese is overrated. And then everyone kind of freaked out. And we're handling accidents where like people have died and shit, but it's like, you said something that wasn't 100% blindly in favor of cheese?
You disparage cheese?
Yeah, and I'm like, well, fuck it. I'm just going to put this on the internet.
Yeah.
And so I
That's-
did. And then, of course, people continued to freak out in varying levels of insanity.
when you tell the internet that cheese is overrated,
Yeah.
shit's gonna happen.
I mean, I knew it was gonna. There was
I
gonna
feel
be a
like
reaction.
right now the blog has just transitioned into saying inflammatory things. I don't know if it's in the pursuit of what's good, and it's just in the pursuit of what is salacious.
sometimes
And that's the one critique I have on the blog. I haven't seen anything
its
about
origins.
what's great
That's its
on
origins.
the blog. I mean, I understand that, but at the same time, I would like to see a little bit like, hey, go check this out. Like, like the Chihuahuas post. I mean, that was like one of your first posts into what the best dog, like what the best thing was, and you said it was the best dog, and also implied that you eat Chihuahuas, which on the internet, I mean, yet again another salacious thing. What are you doing going to all these dog shelters and taking all the Chihuahuas for it, Eric?
All right.
Are you making Chihuahua meat?
Let's have what do they call it in pro wrestling? Kayfabe, where it's like talking about like not what's on the program and like what's really going on behind the scenes.
Okay.
Is that what the
I
term is?
I don't know that. I don't know
Breaking kayfabe, I think is what it's called.
breaking
Wait,
kayfabe.
hold on, let me look it up.
this could be very true.
I have
think
no
it's called
idea.
breaking
I'm not
kayfabe.
a pro wrestling aficionado because fake things just irritate me more often than not, Eric.
But you're a big fan of the blog.
You're a big fan of this fake blog.
I really am because it's such good satire.
Well,
It
that's-
really is.
Okay.
Is it kayfabe?
Okay, yeah. So it'd be
It's kayfabe.
So this would be like breaking kayfabe. So yeah. So then, I guess at its dumbest, it's just me being fucking stupid. At its best, it's completely well thought out, genius satire that is subverting culture and politics and the internet, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
It's the hero we need.
It really, well, I mean, with how pretentious and just shitty blogging has really become in the mainstream, like him putting out the just like cheese is over and then calling it a food and lifestyle, like he'll just do a one sentence and it's fucking hilarious to me because people do just take it at face value and they lose their goddamn minds. Yeah. He said cheese is overrated. You had what,
It
50
wasn't a blog
comments
then.
on that?
It wasn't a blog then.
No.
But now, it's just, it's like, yeah, all right. So it's like, let's say something, they'll probably get a certain reaction out of people.
Yeah.
And then I won't be able to do it after, well, I'll lose 5 people off of the readership. But,
What's the current readership at?
I don't know, probably 20.
All right. Hey, you 20, stick with it because it's good stuff.
But, just stupid shit like where people just shit that people post on Instagram and they'll say, "Oh, I'm a fucking yoga guru."
Yeah.
Life travel, but it's like, no, you're a fucking asshole with a camera and an Instagram account. And
It's not even a
700
camera.
hashtags.
It's just you have a camera on your phone.
It's a
Like you're not even really putting any production into this.
It's an iPhone 6. It's not even the new one. It's not even the newest iPhone they're taking pictures with. It's the model from 4 years ago because they're not making any money.
This is a stock photo.
Getty Images right
This is a
here,
stock photo
bitch.
with fucking clip art put in,
You
okay?
son of a
It's a
bitch.
fucking clip art
You're not
cake,
really
all right?
holding that girl's hand. Fuck off.
And then to like self-proclaim that I'm a successful blogger. It's just like, we live in this world of like post fucking truth where you say a lie and then
Yeah.
double down on it and then it
And then
becomes
it's
the
truth.
truth. So I would argue to tell me, hey, no, I'm not a successful food and lifestyle blogger.
Just say prove it.
What you're commenting on my shit right now, motherfucker. So like,
Obviously, I've been
you're
successful.
participating in the joke. This is part of it.
I love
So,
it.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe.
I even agreed last night. You said In-N-Out's overrated, and you know what? The regular menu definitely overrated. 100%.
it
The
is.
secret menu is the exact same fucking thing as the regular
secret menu is
except
not
for
overrated.
There's a burger cooked in mustard. It's the goddamn same thing.
Ooh, I forgot about that. I should delete that blog post.
The secret menu is not overrated. It's not.
It's all overrated.
you have-
It's all
Still
overrated.
You have animal style.
It's good?
Flying Dutchman style.
None of it's all the same.
You know
thing.
what they don't have? Non-overrated style.
Ooh,
Yeah, they do.
Shit.
Yeah, they do. You can ask for non-overrated style,
I'm
and
gonna call them right
a
now.
person who's just in street clothes will pass you your burger.
Let me.
Like they'll just.
Dude, I'm gonna call. Here, can we do a call? I'll
Yeah.
put it on speakerphone.
I
Yeah,
mean,
put it
yeah,
on
you
speakerphone,
definitely do a
please.
call. I can't. Is he calling In-N-Out?
He's
right now?
absolutely calling In-N-Out Burger.
Are you gonna call it like corporate HQ for In-N-Out
No.
or like a location?
Just which one should I call?
I mean, I
Just
don't know.
whatever number
Just
that you can
whatever
actually
one.
find.
Oh, I've got the internet.
I mean, yeah, you do.
You do have
I
interwebs.
blog on it.
Listen,
Eric's.
don't you have
That's
people that get on
hashtag
this?
Eric's Food and Lifestyle blog. It's more food, less lifestyle, but all good.
All right, which one is this? This is 4840 North 20th Street.
Okay.
That's the first one that came up.
So
That's
we're in
probably
the
the one
Phoenix.
on
We're in the
20th
Phoenix.
Street.
We're in the Phoenix area. Phoenix area.
Is that coming through?
Thank you for calling In-N-Out Burger's customer service. This call may be monitored or recorded for training purposes.
What do you think you'd
Definitely
talk to a
record this
person?
shit. I'm
Available
recording it myself.
representative.
Oh, what do you do for a representative? I missed that. Oh.
0.
Thank you for calling In-N-Out Burger. This is Paige.
Hi, do you take to-go orders over the phone?
We don't. The only way to place an order would be in person. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, okay. I was wondering, does your location have the burgers cooked in mustard style?
Mustard fries?
The burger, is that...
Yeah, it's called mustard fries. Any of our locations are able to do that. Most of them, if you're talking about an animal-style burger,
Oh,
that does
that was-
come mustard fried as well.
Okay, that was my second question, if you have animal style.
Yes, all of our locations will have that animal burger for you.
Do any of your locations have non-overrated style?
I don't know what that is.
I read it on the internet that In-N-Out was overrated on a famous blog. They're calling you guys out. They're
I don't know.
They're calling
I'm
you
not sure. I
In-N-Out,
haven't
but
read
they're
it.
also calling you out.
Oh, I haven't read that one.
Oh,
Sorry.
it's called hashtag Eric's Food and Lifestyle blog. It's like super viral.
Oh, I'll have to look into
So
it.
check it out. They're talking mad shit. So all right, I'll be in a
no.
little bit. Thanks for your help.
All right. Yeah, have a good day.
You too. Thanks. Bye. That's how you promote your blog, motherfuckers. That's how you promote a blog.
Pastor Mike is standing here beside himself. He doesn't even know what the fuck to do. Oh my God, guys! It's the second time we've done a phone call on the podcast. Definitely the better of the phone calls that's happened
good.
on the podcast. Oh my God, that was fucking hilarious.
Wow. Good. Nice plug at the end there. By
Very
the way.
nice plug at the end for
Yeah.
the.
Way to
I've
create
been-
a controversy with In-N-Out Burger too.
I've been a blogger for approximately a month.
You realize she's gonna like walk around and tell everybody. She's like, have you ever heard of an? She's gonna go ask people. I
sure
hope.
they've
I
heard of
hope
it.
she goes out and
I'm sure
asks
they've
people.
heard of
Have
it.
you heard of an non-overrated style?
have you
Do you
heard?
have that?
Have you heard of this
We have
Eric's Food and Lifestyle blog that's going around? He's saying some shit.
I really want to know what that woman's thinking right now. Like, is she walking around the call center? She stays. She's not at the restaurant. No way. She's at the restaurant, right?
Oh,
So she's not at a restaurant.
maybe that could have just been a.
Customer service rep.
That was a
Doug.
customer service rep.
You just called a call
You
center
talked to
in
somebody in an
Indiana.
office.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they said they were recording it. We are also recording it.
I love that part. That was great.
Yeah.
That was great. We did record it, and
We both have
it
it.
came through really well.
Good.
I heard it really good. That was a lot of fun.
Good job.
I guess In-N-Out Burger does not have the unoverrated style, so you guys will just have to continue with all the overrated type menu items from In-N-Out Burger. Do you have a burger recommendation that you would qualify as not overrated?
Sure. In terms of like fast food restaurants like that
Fast
that are
food.
considered a tier above McDonald's or Burger King,
Yeah.
or whatever. Fat Burger,
Fat
I put
Burger.
up there. Smash Burger.
What about
Oh, number one though. Someone mentioned this in the blog comments. I believe it was Jeff Samick. Shout out to Jeff Samick, Millard West, represent.
represent Jeff
Runza is a
Runza?
pretty much Nebraska only fast food type of place.
Okay.
and
They got some pretty legit.
it's no one can come close to
What
them.
about like a Big Boy? You
I haven't had Big Boy.
You never had Big Boy? You
Could
ever
be
had
up
Big
there.
Boy?
Never had Big Boy.
Big Boy is very legit. Very legit.
How do you feel about Shake Shack?
I'm not sure. I'm sure it's better than In-N-Out.
It's not.
It's
Same.
same.
More expensive.
It is more expensive.
Could be overrated
do-
also.
It's very overrated.
They do put plastic cheese on their burgers sometimes. Like you get the plastic cheeseburger. You know what I'm talking about?
It's all very overrated.
What do you mean plastic cheese?
Plastic cheese is like the melty nacho cheese that like it's not real cheese.
Oh,
you know
okay.
it's not real cheese, but they bill it to be real cheese. and
Like
it's
cheese
never-
sauce?
Yeah, cheese sauce. That's plastic
I'll
cheese.
Fuck with some cheese sauce
I
sometimes.
will kill cheese sauce. I don't care that it's plastic. It's just like I wasn't mad when I found out Subway was putting yoga mats in their bread. I was just like, the bread's pretty good. I like the bread. I guess
the bread was never
I'll
good,
fucking
though.
eat a yoga mat. Maybe it'll make me good at yoga. You don't know.
What are you talking
I do
about with
know.
this yoga?
You never heard the yoga mat bread from Subway?
Uh-uh.
So Subway was using a compound in their bread that was the same thing that they used in like industrial production of yoga mats.
Yeah.
And so they were headline to have yoga mat bread, and
Did
they
you
had to
hear-
like take that shit out of there.
Did you hear when their spokesman also raped children?
Yeah, he did that too.
Yeah, but I mean, we're talking yoga mats here.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
yoga mat-
I'm just saying. There's
people got-
other things going on.
people
Too.
cared more about the yoga mats.
They certainly did. They certainly did. There's like, well, what else are you gonna do
Yeah.
in Thailand?
Someone else had like
Do some cocaine and have sex with 12-year-olds.
I mean, that's what Thailand's for.
That's what I thought Thailand
That
was for.
that and like Muay Thai, and then as well Leonardo DiCaprio movies.
Take
You ever see The Island?
Take your 12-year-old
Or The Beach?
date to the fight.
Yeah, I mean,
Pastor
12-year-olds
Mike's
like
taking his shirt off over
Buakaw.
there, guys.
12-year-olds like Buakaw. He's a national hero. I mean, that's who's probably like buying the Buakaw merch.
Yeah.
Buakaw.
I am
is
getting a show over here, and you are not.
Is he showing you stuff?
I'm seeing all of it.
Is he? What are you taking your clothes off over there,
Yes.
Cone? You fucking weirdo! What? Why? I mean, Michael, we're trying to record a podcast here. I mean, you weren't though. You showed your loud ass nipples off.
My pits are crazy sweaty right now, so I'm putting them on your air return.
That's the return that sucks air in. It's not going to do anything.
He's inserting
Michael Paul
his sweat
Cohen does
into your
not
system.
understand how air conditioning works, everybody. And I mean, Jesus Christ. You're supposed to be like a year older, a year wiser today, you idiot.
Ooh.
You guys heard it here first. Maybe you didn't, but Cohen just said he was going to suck my dick if it's not drier in 10 minutes. It will be drier in 10 minutes. That's the way time works, you idiot. Back to Eric Sobczak, who we have featured here on the Meat Sweats
you calling
podcast.
I wanted to share with you guys this little piece of news, or apparently, and I don't know, we can talk about like how news is delivered and consumed, I guess. I saw this the other morning. This is a tweet. This is a tweet.
No, fucking just get in the shot, you see. Piece of shit.
This is like a deleted scene from the Human Centipede.
All right, so your salacious news article.
So this comes from A Creole.
Oh, I'm going to really trust this source.
Since it's Turkey's election day, I wonder if hashtag Salt Bay will drop his ballot into the box like he does with salt. Okay?
Okay.
And then this was like a featured type of, hey, this is what's happening in the world on Twitter. Mm-hmm. Hang on.
All right, it says Salt Bay, in quotations, does his trademark pose as he votes in Turkey elections. And his trademark pose is Z Kyle? Is that what that is?
It's this.
It's
this.
where he drops
ba-
this. He like drops the
bounces around
salt on the
his
steak.
Oh,
in a
he's
certain manner.
he's seasoning.
Yeah.
Like he's
Yeah.
sprinkling,
Salt, the
like
salt.
he's a yenta doing some spicing.
Yeah. So
He's a real piece of shit. I hate him.
the moment on Twitter isn't, hey, Turkey's elections are today. It's, hey, remember this meme from 2 years ago? He memed again. So, I didn't even know there was a Turkey election this is being presented to us within the context of Salt Bay. That's how important Twitter views fucking an election, a democratic election of a nation.
I mean, and Turkey's not a very historically dope nation, and
What are you talking about?
I mean they've committed one of the most recent genocides in history.
What do you mean they're not a very dope nation?
They're
meaning-
named after a bird, which
like
is pretty
they
dope.
have massive history. The whole Ottoman Empire.
No, I'm just
like,
what I'm
that's that
saying
whole
by
area.
by dope nation. What I mean for non-millennials is like they're not.
Explain it to me. Explain it to the old man at
let
the
me-
table.
let me
Dope
explain to you.
nations are like Colombia, where their main
Where they make a lot of
export
coke.
is dope.
Mexico,
and Afghanistan,
Shout out to the meth from Mexico. It's great. No, I'm just
and parts of every United state.
yeah.
Oh,
no,
many parts.
We have a lot of dope. The United States is all dope.
Mostly.
I mean, I feel like we're almost like half and half for medical states versus non-medical, aren't we? Definitely. Actually, I think it's more. I think it's the
More
majority
what?
of states have medical marijuana programs at this point in the United States. But what I'm saying is like Turkey's not classically like a respectful nation. You know what I mean? Like they've recently developed a democratic system in Turkey, and they've recently also bastardized the democratic system by what we're seeing with the way you're getting people to pay attention to it on Twitter.
But that's not Turkey's fault. That's Twitter's fault. I mean, why?
No, I get it.
But,
That's at news sources.
But maybe.
All right, here's a question.
Maybe I shouldn't be getting my news from
How
Twitter.
many of you would have given a shit that Turkey was having an election had
Zero.
you not seen Salt Bay?
Zero.
Yeah.
Nobody would have.
So don't you
Yeah,
see it?
and
Don't you see it
but-
as a good thing that it's spreading information?
But check this out. Did you guys know that Turkey had an election before
Yes.
I told you?
no, not at all.
50%.
I barely knew that the United States had an election, and Trump's been president for like a year and a half.
I listen to a lot of political shit. though.
I knew about the U.S. election because of some of Salt Bay's blog posts. That's the only reason why I knew.
Fucking Salt Bay.
Can we expect like fashion tips from Food and Eric's lifestyle blog?
No, have you ever
Hashtag.
seen what the fuck he wears? He wears
I'm just-
gray and khaki all the time.
I'm just
not
wondering-
taking a goddamn lick of fashion advice
I'm
from
just
him.
wondering if something's gonna happen where his fashion changes, and all of a sudden he's like, "Skinny ties are back in, ladies." You know that.
I
kind
mean,
of
skinny
shit.
ties
ties
are
are
already in for him.
Yeah.
Look at him. He's like a walking Mumford and Sons concert.
I got the acoustic guitar and mandolin.
He doesn't have enough facial hair to be a walking Mumford and Son concert.
I mean, he's
I'm Mumford and Child. I can't grow the beard. Maybe one day I'll be a Mumford and young adult.
gonna be a Mumford and Basalt.
Did you just call him Bay Salt?
Yeah.
Bay Salt is different than Salt Bay.
No, it's Basalt.
Bay Salt is like from the
Salt from the bay.
yeah.
Getting some salt from a bay.
That's from a different place.
If I was Salt Bay, I would like go to a bay that had salt, and then I would lay down. And then I would do hashtag Salt Bay on hashtag Bay Salt.
I just want you to know the majority of bays have salt in them.
It would
because the
not be
majority-
difficult for me to make this photo up then, since that's the case.
Yes.
And then I would figure out
Short
what
drive.
basalt is, and then I would also somehow work that into this
Basalt?
basalt. Or what?
Basalt.
Bath salts?
No, not bath salts. Basalt.
Have you guys
You
ever
should do
done
Salt
bath
Bay
salts?
in a bath salt.
I've never done bath
Neither have
salts.
I.
No.
Salt Bay in a bath. That'd be great.
Oh, with
Salt
bath
Bay
salts?
doing bath salts.
I mean, he probably does bath salts, and that's where that came from.
Listen, let's kidnap Salt Bay.
Is this so? This guy's the president of Turkey?
He
It's
should
dry
be.
now?
I voted for him.
It's totally his shirt's totally dry. I just want you to know that.
Is it dry?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, like I said, that's how time works. It's not a construct. I mean,
Did you like dry it off with that torch? Oh, I thought that was what was going on.
no, he just did drugs with that torch.
Love you, buddy.
Are you leaving, Michael? All right, buddy.
I miss
No,
you.
you're good. You were fine. It was fun. I just didn't want to have you on the podcast.
I miss you already.
Thanks. We'll have Michael Polko on the podcast soon. I was just on his show over the weekend. I was on his show, Repent with Pastor Mike.
I was out of town. I'm bummed I missed it.
It's a show.
awesome.
It's a show at Valley Bar in Phoenix.
I know. I know what it is, Bill.
I'm telling the listeners.
Bill, I know what it is.
I'm telling the other people. I'm about to talk about that.
I'm so excited to hear about you falling off this stage.
So, Eric was there, so you can jump in and give your
unfortunately,
perspective.
I've missed that.
Did you really?
Yeah, even though it took like 10 minutes apparently. So I can't add to that part of the story. That one's all on. That's all on you.
All right, so the premise of Repent, for those that don't know, is it's like a church spoof, where he doesn't poke at like denominations or really anything like that, but he just kind of uses that same formula that a church uses, and then he writes like kind of some lessons, and then he does like this demon of the day, and he's got a great co-host in Aisha Renee, and her name on the show is First Lady Wright Twix. Anyway, then they have 3 comics on, and after the comic is done with their set, Cohen will come up with Aisha, and they'll do like a repent for their sins, and they'll like blast you.
They pull photos, usually photos with the intention of kind of trying to embarrass you with the photo.
Yeah.
And then you have to, quote unquote, answer for your sins, whatever they suggest that photo brings up. And everyone on the show had a great set, but it's almost like the second half is almost more enjoyable, I think, than the actual
exactly
sets, because they present, hey, here's this, they'll say a piece about it, and then there's just an improv back and forth between the comic and the 2 hosts.
So I'm done with my set, and Cohen's up there ripping me, and like the way I got off too, like I got off on a laugh, and then I was like, all right, I'm done, come hurt me. And like, because that's what the interaction is. It's just a way to take it,
to present it.
And so they come up, and it's like the first or second picture they show is this picture I have of a T-shirt that I bought from a Goodwill, and it's the back of the shirt, and the shirt has like the Lamb of God on it.
Yeah.
And it says Holy Innocents Catholic Church, Victorville, California. And then my caption to the photo on Instagram is, just bought this for $1. If God doesn't strike me down while I'm on stage, # God's a bitch. So they're sitting there grilling me on saying God's a bitch. And at one point, like during the discussion, or maybe like on the next slide.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
So before this, they definitely made a big deal about # God's a bitch, and then there's the photo, and then on the other side of the screen in front of the crowd is just huge # God's a bitch. And then I think you said something like, yeah, God is a bitch, or what did you say?
It's like
in
nothing
response
happened,
to
so
that?
God's a bitch. And I said that, like, and then like they moved on a little bit, and as they moved on, like I took a turn to look back at the audience from looking at the screen. And as I turned, I was at the very front of the stage.
Wait, mind you, let me set
No,
this
keep
more.
going.
This is not moving on, literally in the transition to the next thing. So it's not
Okay.
it hasn't moved on yet. So we're still in the realm
so
of
it's in
God's #
transition.
God's a bitch. That's the last thing we know is # God's a bitch.
In transition to the next thing, I turned to like look back at the crowd and like kind of take a half step forward. And as I turn, I kick the monitor speaker at the front of the stage.
Oh, God.
And like I start to tumble.
Oh, God.
And like I'm trying to catch the monitor speaker and maintain my balance at the same time. So I'm like half falling, half not. Mic's still in my hand. Corded mic still in my hand. Never dropped the mic once. I'm half talking. I don't remember what the fuck I said, but it was like, I think it was just like, oh no, and like just fumbling, trying to keep from falling and the speaker from falling, and then we both like fall off the stage. It literally was like the slowest fall I've ever had in my life. Like it just kept happening, and it was like the most terrific, ugly fall ever. Like I landed, I woke up the next day, my wrist hurt, I have a bruise on my sternum. I had like a bruise on my leg.
I'm sorry that you have physical pain, but that's amazing comedic timing.
It really
makes me
was.
believe in God now.
Yeah.
Well, that's what it was. Too. Like I literally popped up from it. Like it just hopped up onto my feet, and I said into the mic, "I was like, I guess God's not a bitch."
It's a perfect thing to say.
It was just like, and people came up to me after, and they're like, "Was that planned?" I was like, "Fuck no! I'm just really clumsy, and God's not a bitch."
God's not
It
a
was
bitch.
part of God's plan.
It was part of God's plan. God was like, "I'm gonna show this fat little fuck who's a bitch now."
What's crazy is God wrote that down 30 years ago and put it in an envelope. And he like just pulled it. He had it up to his head and he just pulled it off at that point.
Chris Angel'd me.
and opened it up and be like, "Look who's a bitch now, Bill."
Chris Angel'd me. I got Chris Angel'd by God.
He's the great Karnak. Johnny Carson stole it from him, but God's been doing that bit for years.
Mr. Sobczak, can I interest you in another blue ribbon? Also, Meat Sweats
Going up?
podcast sponsored by Pabst Blue Ribbon. Not really, but we drink a lot of it, so they sponsor it.
Enjoy your beer,
yeah,
pussies.
it was great. Yeah, Jesse had a good set. Was other gals?
Allie
Al?
McCoskey.
Al?
Allie McCoskey fucking destroyed.
She had,
Jesse destroyed. Like, it's a great show. It's back in September. I know the lineup. Just saying.
There's Al's another comic from LA. She's friends with Jesse, and she has a voice that she describes as resting bitch voice. I think so. And she said that say the name again because it's really funny, and I'm gonna butcher this bit of hers, but I want to try to tell it to you the best I can because it's really funny. But she more or less says that people think that everything she says is sarcastic, so she stopped giving people compliments because if she liked someone's hat, she'd just be like, "Hey, that's a nice hat."
And then she does it kind of like, and
no
then
one
she'll
would
be,
believe her.
and then no one believes her, and she does it in like kind of a sing-songy way. She's super funny. You can follow her on Twitter at not Twitter, but Instagram at not Allie Mac. Her full name is Allie Makovsky. Definitely check her out because she's fucking fantastic. Check out Jesse Johnson too. Just look both of those ladies up because they are crushing it, and they were fun to be on the show with this weekend.
I don't know if you guys follow this guy on Twitter, but he's a real riot. Donald Trump. You should follow
No, I don't actually.
At the real Donald Trump.
I don't follow
very-
anybody with at the real in
very,
their name
very
or
funny.
comedian.
I
Very
liked a
funny
lot of
guy.
his older stuff. His new stuff is just not really funny. It's pretty mean, actually.
He is coming across more mean now than he used to.
He's not smart.
I mean,
He's
nobody. I
not a
don't think
comic that
anybody-
really makes you think about things.
He doesn't
He
really-
just
no.
really makes you angry.
No, yeah.
He's
one of those shock comics. You
Yeah.
know?
He's like Sam Kinison, but with no jokes.
just all cocaine and meanness.
Do you guys think that Donald Trump's on drugs?
Yeah.
He's on a lot of drugs.
Well, he says he's not on any. I mean, he's like Mr. Straight Edge, right?
He doesn't drink or drink coffee.
he's prescribed drugs.
What do you think what do you think Donald Trump's prescription? Like, what's his little pill box with Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday? What does that little thing look like?
I don't know enough about prescription drugs to know, but I'll say whenever he does one of his fucking rallies, Klan rallies, he sounds different.
Does he?
His voice sounds different than when he's speaking, and he seems kind of more
So he's definitely
free
not-
flowy, lucid, and it seems like
Oh.
he's not. I don't know. Maybe I don't know exactly how I'm trying to. I think he's on drugs at these, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
but I just don't know. The other day I searched like Donald Trump on cocaine, and I couldn't find
I
anything.
mean, maybe not cocaine, but I
He's
guarantee he's
on-
sponsored by Adderall.
Yeah, he's on some form of
or maybe
pill
what is-
form of some speed of some sort.
Oh yeah.
And there's been a doctor who's talked about
Well, there's.
like,
I mean,
the prescriptions and shit.
What
that
do like
he's on.
Xanax or Valium do? Maybe,
Valiums are
like,
downer.
one of those.
Valium and Xanax
Xanax
are
are
anxiety, mood
anti-anxiety,
alterers.
yeah.
I gotta think that Trump's on at least modafinil.
What's that?
Modafinil is a wakefulness drug that's really famous in like Silicon Valley and like tech startups and anything where you're just grinding.
If he is, he's the laziest piece of shit on that drug. Because that motherfucker doesn't wake up until 11 o'clock in the morning.
Well, you know, he
Are you
goes.
serious?
He doesn't get up till like 10. Like he was missing meetings at
What
like
a-
10. He was missing meetings at like 10 o'clock in the morning, and people were being like, "Hey, dude," and he's like, "Oh, I didn't realize I was gonna have to get up that early."
I mean,
What
he's
a-
out. He's out going to McDonald's
But
with the
also,
Secret Service.
I
and
mean,
stuff,
at the same time, like sleep habit goals.
right?
No shit, dude. Like,
I mean,
seriously.
that's. But if you're the president of the United States and you can't get up at 10, then fuck, I don't want that job.
He's an old fucking man too. He's like 76.
What old
fucking
man is getting up at
76
10 a.m.? What's Trump doing? That's a real question.
Oh, listen, if I was old, I'd get up at fucking 3 o'clock
All
in
old
the
people
afternoon.
get up in the morning. Everybody knows that. That's when Matlock's on.
Is it still on?
Oh yeah, Matlock's on. And on some Hallmark / channel you go to die with the rest of your fucking where your consciousness goes to die just like your body.
Wait, is Matlock like a detective or something?
Yeah, she's an old detective.
Oh, it's a lady?
You're
that's
thinking of
Murder,
Murder,
She
She
Wrote.
Wrote.
No, Matlock's an old man.
He's an attorney.
Is he an attorney?
Yeah.
Wait, Oh, I was thinking of Columbo. That's a different thing.
Columbo was
He's
an old man.
He's a detective.
He was a detective. He was dope. He wore a trench coat and he never showed anybody his dick.
Let me get this straight. What you're trying to tell me
That and like
is you were just sitting here.
Is that what he did?
that's
my-
the
that's
way
my
it
Columbo,
just that's
yeah.
Columbo.
He's just trying to get stuff straight all the time?
Yeah, he's just trying to get
Let
stuff
me
straight.
let me get this.
Let me
straight.
get this straight.
So you're telling me you were just
You
sitting
got
there
kind of
eating
a Columbo
sandwich.
face too, the way you like do your eyes when you do
You gotta
the
scrunch
yeah.
it. You gotta scrunch your
scrunch your
face
face.
together like this.
I always loved Columbo because they always had like all the Columbo like when they had a Columbo movie.
Yeah.
They'd always have like the Pink Panther. Remember the Pink Panther?
I mean,
They
I
had a
didn't really watch the
crossover?
Pink Panther, but
No, the Pink Panther was like he was just a cartoon. Like he was like always the guy being chased by a detective. So like the
Are you
Pink
talking about
Panther-
the Pink Panther cartoon
I don't
or the
know
Pink
anything
Panther
about
classic?
anything
The classic
podcast
I
is
Pink
thought
about.
it was
Panther
with-
show.
Wasn't the Pink Panther with Columbo?
No.
Oh god damn it,
No.
Brian! Show some respect to the listeners, you son of a bitch. Oh well,
that would have
good
been
thing
the
you
most
didn't because we
respectful
would
thing
have
you could have done.
critiqued the shit out of that thing.
Bill would have had more than 140 characters.
Way more than 140
discuss
characters to discuss your
This
dick.
certain peen.
I would have used 139.
I imagine Brian Kearley's penis to look like a yo-yo.
Devin, does Brian Kearley's penis look like a yo-yo?
She closed the. She closed the door.
She did close the door.
She closed.
She heard us talking about Brian's dick,
closed
but
the
she
door.
opened it when I asked her if it looks like a yo-yo.
Yeah, please.
I bet if you yo-yo a lot, you're good at masturbating. That makes you good at masturbating.
Does it make you good at masturbating,
Oh,
Brian?
man.
Weigh in.
Knew it.
Do you use the yo-yo to
champion
masturbate
masturbator.
ever? Can you like tie knots around your dick and like?
I mean, I gotta find that picture.
Oh, that was a really gross
What?
look that Brian just gave when Matt asked that
Oh,
question.
yes.
He was super excited.
I'm so excited to
I
find
gotta
out what
feel
this
like
picture
there's a
is.
tragic around the world accident that Brian has captured on his phone.
He's got this
Did you
thing
get
where
wrapped up one night, buddy? Are you
the
okay?
balls ended up over the shaft.
Franks and beans.
We're gonna get the balls over the shaft.
Oh no,
How'd you get the Franks above the beans?
dude! If it gets stuck like that and just like lodged,
It stays that way forever.
Just because then your dick looks like a minion. it's like a minion wearing the goggles.
it's what was that?
This
one?
has been
What
the
was that
dick heaviest
Muppet?
meats.
What was
There's been
that
a lot
Beaker?
of dick in this.
What was that
His
Muppet?
beaker.
No, with the eyes, not beaker, like with the eyes and the long nose / mouth.
Oh, Gonzo?
Gonzo?
Probably Gonzo.
I mean, Gonzo is the one with like the nose, and he looks a lot like Jay Gonzo.
In this BuzzFeed article, we rank all of the Muppets, including the Muppet Babies, ranked from most to least how they look like a dick.
Gonzo,
Number one,
number one, because
absolutely.
of that nose. I mean, he just had a black man's hog for a nose. That character. Beaker looked like a shaft and balls, like straight up. The professor looked like a mole's dick.
Wasn't
just-
there? What were those? One of the two people that like lurked up in the balcony and just talked shit.
Oh, the old men?
And wasn't okay. For
don't
some
remember
reason, I
their
was thinking
names.
one was like a eagle of some type.
No, they were
No,
both.
there's
There
Sam
was
the
an
Eagle.
eagle, but
There's Sam the Eagle.
I had a
Yeah.
lot of Ritalin when I was a kid. Like I really don't remember shit.
no.
no.
No, but the old men that would sit there and heckle or whatever. Yeah, they were just old men. And then there was the eagle. He was like a blue guy, right? He was
Sam the
blue.
Eagle.
Sam the Eagle.
Yeah.
Sammy the Eagle
Okay,
Gravano.
but he was different than he wasn't in the balcony.
No.
No, he wasn't part of the balcony.
He didn't hang out up there.
He didn't chill. He was
Weird shit happened.
Should have
about
been.
it.
weird shit
Well, he
up
could
in the
go anywhere
balcony.
he
There's
wants.
like a
He's a
lemon
bird.
party happening in that balcony at all
That
times.
was a lemon. That was a full-on citrus party. They don't stop at lemons. That was a multi-citrus party.
There's some fucking grapefruits up in that bitch.
Just sending
Yeah, 'cause
messages.
Sending messages. We're sending messages with these carrier grapefruits.
There was a one I tagged that public fruit joke, and I was like, sometimes you just need to grab a grapefruit and send a message. Because it's talking about how public fruit, the only thing good with it is to throw it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it was a great addition.
It was
to
a
that joke.
pretty, it was a
worked
pretty
really
dope
well.
tag in the moment. I had
That's
such a
good.
good night on Friday night,
It's
So
good.
proud
It's a
of
good
you.
set.
and then Saturday slept all day, and then Sunday went to a show that was like a marijuana event and got like so much free weed. I barely knew what to do with it. Like I gave everybody free edibles at the house.
Oh,
Yeah,
sweetheart.
I'll give you a cookie when you leave.
Oh,
Yeah,
what a sweetheart.
I share the wealth. I share the wealth. If
Nice
I,
boy, that Bill.
and I mean, honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. You might. A lot of people. I don't like edibles.
No,
I'm not an edibles
I
guy.
love them. You know what I got out in California? Bottle of that mouth spray.
Oh, what is that
Really?
like?
It's fucking great.
Yeah.
It is phenomenal.
Did you get any of those like those deadly edibles? You get a deadly one?
No, I got the mouth spray is 1,000 milligram
Spray.
spray.
That's how much is in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And each spray is 5
milligrams.
5 milligrams?
5
Yeah.
milligrams
Or-
per pump
So-
of THC. So it's 1,000 milligrams
Okay.
of THC in the whole thing. Each pump is 5 milligrams.
How much did that thing
Damn.
cost you?
It cost me $87
Okay.
before tax.
That's
Tax out there is fucking crazy.
How much did it end up being?
I bought that and I bought a cartridge for $37.
Okay. So we're at
that's
like
120,
thereabouts.
and then it cost me $160. I paid $40 in tax.
Oh!
Yeah.
I mean, but honestly,
It was like
though,
155.
I would rather pay that tax every time on my order than have to go in, get the card, because the card's 200 and whatever.
I would prefer to have the card.
and then there's still tax.
I'd prefer to
but
have
there's still crazy ass tax.
No,
like
it's
that.
not.
It's not
It's the
that
tax-
crazy, but
the tax was probably what $30 more than the regular tax I would have had to pay.
yeah. Side note, Eric, the reason he checked out and started working on his
Yeah.
carving on the table is because, contrary to his look, he does not smoke weed. Like he does.
I've
but-
noticed that about Eric and hanging around Eric, just being around shows and stuff, that he's not a big partaker and all of that stuff.
in the amount of time,
And
I've
it always
known him-
blows my mind because
I've
every
known
time I
him-
look at him, I'm like,
I've known
absolutely
him
you do
since
this.
I was since I first started.
Since you were a
stand-up.
young lad,
Since I first he saw my first set.
since
Like,
your pre
very first one. It
Copper
was
Blues,
Copper
2014.
Blues 2014. Actually no, it's 2013. No, it's 2014. It was 2014.
Early 2014.
It's June.
No, yeah, it was.
It's June 2014.
It must
This
have
is
been
4 years
June,
now.
July, or August,
It's June.
or September.
No,
of
it's
2014.
definitely June. Anyway, he saw the first one, and in that amount of time, I think I've seen Eric smoke weed maybe twice.
It's crazy.
Ever.
It's not really
Just not
crazy.
my jam.
Not really crazy. Some
But-
people, it's not really their jam, but I get that.
How fast does that 5 milligram spray take effect?
So you spray it under your tongue, and I let it sit in there.
Mm-hmm.
I start feeling stuff within a few minutes, but you're not going to get the full effect it still takes a half hour,
Mm-hmm.
45 minutes to get the whole effect of the edible thing.
Yeah.
Because edibles is a totally different.
What did you do to
Feeling.
get away from your kids to go buy that?
Oh, I just went.
Sprayed them.
Yeah,
They're like, stay here.
I just shot some of that in their eyes.
Are you
They're
sure
like,
that's why
"Sleep."
you? I bet that's why your kid fucking rolled you up in that cradle. Is because you're just out there on that California recreational weed, just
Yeah.
fucking dead to the world.
80% bear mace, 10 milligrams THC.
That and being out in the ocean and being out in the sun I was
Just too relaxed.
fucking swimming every day.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Do you swim in the ocean?
Uh huh.
Fuck, I can't swim in the ocean.
Oh, I love it, dude.
Can't swim in the ocean. Swim in the ocean?
Yeah, it's like the best thing in the world.
No, fuck that. There's evil things that live in
I
the ocean.
scared
guys.
myself a couple.
There's
a couple
evil
times.
things in the streets of Phoenix.
I mean, yeah.
Snakes,
I've never seen a snake.
rattlesnakes.
I've never seen a snake living here.
There was a few times where I took a big mouthful of that mouth spray.
Yeah.
And just went out and floated out in the ocean.
Just hope to die.
And no, just like 'cause
Just
not
like,
hope to die.
I'm fucking done with this responsibility. Fuck these kids.
shipping out to sea.
No, but it's just so goddamn peaceful. It's like, oh my god, I'm home, and then like started getting scared. I was like, oh, I'm gonna float away or something. Like I'm gonna end up in the middle of the ocean. Like I don't know where I am.
I mean, like, I won't go in the Pacific.
Why?
Because the Pacific, grosses me out because
Why?
there's the garbage patch and then there's Fukushima.
Which garbage patch?
The Pacific garbage patch that's
You're
bigger than
one
Texas.
the one that floats around.
Yeah,
That's
gross.
way fucking far
That's
away
gross.
from
It
all the
still
beaches.
makes the entire ocean a toilet.
Guess what? Hey, do you know
there's
all the
literally
oceans are
kids
connected?
Being closer to you than this garbage patch.
Huh?
If you go in there,
Yeah,
I'm peeing next to you.
There's
if we're
another.
in the ocean.
That's another reason.
I'm
is
getting as close as
just
I can
all
to
these
you.
reckless pissers.
Do you want to know what
in
I
the
was
ocean.
doing? I was swimming out farther than everybody, and then I would directly line up with somebody in the water who I didn't like. And I would just pee in the water and be like,
That's why I won't go to the ocean.
these waves are
You're
washing
just
my piss all
You're
over
just
this piece of
supporting
shit.
why I fucking hate ocean.
I want to take you to the
That's
ocean,
why.
Bill.
That's
I'm not
so
going.
funny.
And I'm going to swim
Won't
out
go
farther
in.
than you,
The
and I'm
only-
going to pee.
I mean, there's only the only time. I mean, I'll pee on your foot.
on people
Pee on your foot to
indirectly.
save
If you ever see somebody
from
further out in the
jellyfish.
waves than everybody else, that guy's peeing on everybody else. He's strategically swimming and lining up with people and just pissing right directly in line with them.
Maybe he's just a badass who likes to swim out deeper.
Why is Bill Laskowski surrounded by 360 degrees of boom? He's afraid of people peeing. He doesn't want to get affected.
That's another thing. Pissing in the ocean. Fuck people that piss. Anybody. I don't like going swimming because people pee and stuff. Like, I mean, if you do you pee in pools?
No.
Are you a pool peer? You're a pool peer.
Listen,
Why would
Fuck, I
you
saw
don't
that.
pool
Look,
the-
you're a pool peer.
I'm going to say no like everybody else.
No, you're a pool pisser.
no,
I saw your eyes.
Like, have I?
But nobody
Yeah, but
gets
is
out
it
of the
part
pool.
of my routine.
I get out of the pool to pee.
Nobody
Yeah, I
gets out
get
of
it.
the pool.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Nobody gets out of the
Oh,
pool.
even public ones.
I definitely get out of the public.
Absolutely not public ones. First of all, don't get in a public pool.
Definitely not.
Second of all, if you're going to get in a public pool, you might as well pee in it because everybody else is.
I won't pee. I don't pee in pools. But I do love water parks. We'll say that. And they are. I mean, South Park got it right. They are all pee.
You don't ever go out in the wave pool and then directly line up with some little kid who was just mean mugging you earlier and just be like, there's all
I mean,
my
I don't
piss."
get mean mugged by kids.
You know, no, I haven't, but I have seen people line themselves up and then stand there like this. Now I know what they were doing.
They're absolutely peeing on you.
I want to see you at a wave pool and like some kid like innocently barely splashes your leg as you're walking across and it makes a visible water stain on your towel and you're like and you're just tracking him for the rest of the fucking day.
I can't wait till you go to the wave pool.
Chugging
Get 'em, I'll
waters.
Get you.
chugging so many waters to at that
Yikes.
point just like
It's time to hydrate.
just fucking pee on the kid directly.
I mean, but you can't get arrested for peeing on a kid in a pool like you can out of a pool.
Listen, yeah, if you pull your dick out and just start pissing on kids, you are going to go to
No,
jail.
No,
Yeah.
you don't
Yeah.
pull your dick out. You pee your pants and you wave it. You wave the pee towards him.
I think.
But at that point, it stings your leg. That's why you have to have the other water around you because it helps your legs.
No,
stay
here's
not
how you do
stinging.
it. Here's how you do it: is you're in swim trunks.
Yeah.
You piss yourself in swim trunks.
Okay.
just super pissy swim trunks,
Yeah.
actually swim pants, and then you kick the piss off the leg of the swim pant
That's
into
a
the
way
kid's
better
face.
method. Which
Best
kick would you
method.
recommend?
I would recommend a front snap kick because it gets the foot to snap out, and it's the easiest way to direct that stream of urine.
It helps you guide.
It helps you guide the pee.
See, what you guys are doing right now is you figure out a way to get more piss directly on this kid that I hate. However,
We're problem solvers here on the Meat
this
Sweats
is,
podcast.
it's all about. So problem is this kid doesn't have enough of my pee on him, and the solution
Well,
is
the problem is his poor parental guidance to get him to this point.
well, that's problem one.
The
Problem
solution
one,
is
yeah.
The solution to that is pee on the
pee
kid.
on the
Yeah.
kid.
Solution, and then problem two is I can't take my penis out because I'm going to get arrested.
We do not support showing kids penises, but
No,
we do
don't do
support peeing on kids at the Meat Sweats podcast.
I was talking about just very indirect peeing, just being like,
Nope, we want
Yeah.
direct. We want
This
that
is-
kid. We want that kid to smell vinegar. Matt.
That's passive aggressive. This is
This is aggressive.
no, you guys have taken this
We're
to a whole
kicking
new
piss.
level. And I'm not saying I hate it, okay?
No, we're kicking
I
piss.
I do love it.
That's the message. We're kicking pee.
Here's my goal. If I was ever, this is why I'm happy I've never been a lifeguard, because as soon as that kid would like go down the slide, I would just whip my dick out right then and just pee down the tube. You know,
Just right
be
on
like,
his
just
head.
down the tube. Just be like, you little fucker. Be more respectful the next time you walk through my station. But
The views and opinions of Matt Walker is not a direct reflection of the Meat Sweats podcast. We do not condone.
I'm okay
pissing
with
on
that.
children's
Listen,
heads.
I am okay with that disclaimer. I'm fine with that.
Because there's other kids waiting for that slide, Matt. So you're still exposing yourself to kids.
I
God
wouldn't-
damn it, you
no,
fucking
that's not what I'm
pederast.
saying. I
that's
wouldn't
just
expose
collateral
myself.
damage. Depends on.
Hey.
that just depends on like how egregious
Maybe-
of an
Collateral
infraction
damage.
this youngster levied upon you.
Maybe those kids seeing me piss down that slide on the other kid, maybe
warning.
that's straighten those kids out. Okay, maybe
I
they're
mean,
like,
you might be their
listen,
come to
Oh
Jesus
fuck! This
moment.
guy fucking pees on shit.
they're like, there's
What
a
is,
dude who will pee on you if you were rude at the water park. Holy shit!
That's a
this
fucking-
changes my whole fucking life.
What's
I'm gonna be good from now on. Because imagine what they're doing when they're making my food and I order like a dick. You know, this is just a water park situation.
No,
What,
dude, this is like an urban legend. You're the Paul Bunyan of the fucking water park.
Water park.
And like, does he have an ox? No, he fucking pees on shit.
He says a
He
bunch of
pees
piss.
on the water slide.
He just has a bunch
he
of
just
piss.
has so
and
much pee. I've never met anyone who has that much pee in.
His bladder is the size of a big blue ox. So, what would a kid have to do to enrage and invoke the power of the pisser?
Look at me the wrong way.
Just look at
Just
you the
look
wrong
at me
way.
the wrong way.
Oh,
just with
what's the-
disrespect in his eyes. Just a look that his parents have never hit him before. Like,
Why is the line taking so long?
Oh God, I might shit down that slide. Okay, that guy might have a solid deuce chasing behind him.
time.
Honestly,
He gets down and something hits him in the back of the head, and it comes out like he's been shot in the back of the head. It's just like he starts crying and shit. I'm down.
Man down. There's like the exact fire lines from where your station is and
Oh,
where
yeah,
the
he's
slide
just
curves
set it up.
underneath you. It's like drop 1 is off to my left. Drop 2 is over here. I can hit him with 2. By the time he realized what has happened, Ordinance 2 is.
I've got little scopes and shit set up all over the place. There's marks of masking tape with like direct distances, angles.
Dude, but like strategically placing yourself directly behind someone when there's waves so that because it's really like it doesn't even matter,
It doesn't.
you know, but just the like weird
Just
what
the-
is it like power I guess that you get is like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, you're swimming in my pee water, motherfucker. It's like
the president definitely does.
I
that
just
to me.
Rube Goldberged you some pee water, and now it's all over
I
your
just
ass.
Rube Goldberg. Here's a P water. Shout out to the Rube Goldberg. We need to have more of those in the world. I really wish that there could be a place where you like get to go and set up a Rube Goldberg and then like and be participatory in it. You know, like a giant like those of you that don't know, Rube Goldberg is like a giant game of Mousetrap. Remember Mousetrap? Did you ever play that board game?
I know what a Rube Goldberg machine
I know, but I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like, So mousetrap, like essentially, it's like a bunch of different actions cause a certain action. Shout out to the end of Jackass #1 or 1.5 because they didn't actually show the Rube Goldberg, but they made one and it was awesome. And I wish that had actually been in the actual movie. And at the
What
end,
was it? What was the purpose
the Rube
of their
Goldberg?
no, what was the purpose of their contraption?
to get Rip Taylor to go, oh, it's the end, it's the end. And Rip Taylor's just saying it, and then his toupee falls out.
That's pretty funny.
But I mean, I've always they were classic in cartoons and everything like that. That would be
Yeah.
like a cool like escape the room type thing, except for it's not escape the room. It's Rube Goldberg the room.
They have a lot of shit like that in a lot of like kids' science museums.
Ah
and shit
man,
like
I wish there was adult science museums.
Dude, the Phoenix Science Museum right over here, I don't know if they still do it. I imagine they do, but around Halloween time,
Yeah.
it's kind of a day for adults where the adults can go do the stuff and they sell alcohol
Oh,
and
that's
people dress
cool.
up in costumes
That's
they
awesome.
want.
I like it more.
Peed
than
on
kids
so
do.
many kids last time I was there. Any kid named Caden instantly peed on.
Oh, that's
I was I was
Yeah.
lining up at the ticket booth.
Think of the K names for a boy, like the Calebs or the Cadens or the Cadens or the Cadences or the all those names are all awful. Parents, please, for the love of God, stop naming your children dumb names.
I mean, do you
Do you have any dumb names for your kids?
Any kids?
Do I have dumb names
dumb.
for my kids? Like, are they named dumb things?
Yeah.
They don't have normal names.
No, are they biblical?
Cult names?
Oh, they're definitely. I mean, they're part cult names.
Part cult names?
Yeah,
Like the middle?
they were names that they got in cults.
Well, yeah.
But-
But were they are they biblical names? Like I had my wrestling coach
No.
named if you name your kid Gideon in 2018, go fuck yourself.
Dude, I don't know. That's not bad.
That's an awful name.
You
One of-
can't go wrong. I don't think you can go wrong really with a Bible name.
Really?
No.
Why? Elijah? I've never met a good
I think
Elijah.
that's cool. I think that's a cool name.
But that's always an awful kid.
Lucifer.
I don't know if I've met
That name was in the Bible, Eric.
Fuck
Do you
yeah.
think Lucifer is a good kid's name?
Fantastic.
You gonna put this in your lifestyle blog? You should
You know
start
what? I
naming
will.
your kid Lucifer.
No, I had a joke a long ass time ago where I don't even tell, where it's just use the Bible as a baby naming book. And
I like that.
yeah, and it was like Jacob or Luke or Deuteronomy. That was fucking a long ass time ago. I think it was like even before you started.
No, definitely.
comedy.
I've never heard that joke. But that's pretty funny though. Like what did you say?
I would just usually say a weird, like two normal Bible names,
Yeah.
and then one that would you would never name your like Luke or Zach or Exodus.
And I mean there's definitely kids named Genesis.
There is.
100%. There's kids named Genesis. There's none named Exodus. There are no kids named Rapture.
I wouldn't bet on that.
Yo,
Mr.
what
Bill.
up? This is Rapture Stevens. I'm 23 years old. I play lacrosse.
And I bring upon the apocalypse with my stick. He would definitely say
Rapture.
that kid.
This shit is about to get lit.
With the litmus test.
What if Rapture was a girl?
Then she would
She definitely plays field hockey at that
definitely
point.
plays field hockey. Also has a vagina that also speaks in tongues.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Oh my God. Eric,
What if a vagina just started talking to you like that?
just hello.
I think human words.
Hello, Clarice.
Okay, what would be crazier or weirder? So, a vagina starts talking to you. It's saying gibberish, aka speaking in tongues or whatever, or it's speaking in English.
Like perfect English.
It's like, hello, welcome to the party, Bill.
Definitely perfect English. That's weirder.
That'd be way weirder.
Yeah, because it's like
That'd be
speaking
much
in tongues,
weirder.
you could like just be like, oh, she's just a queefy lady. You know, she just has an air problem.
That would be my last interaction with vagina, either way.
Really?
Oh, absolutely.
What if it if it didn't make if it didn't make actual sentences or words, then it would come out like gobbledygook, and you would just think that it's just
No,
a queefy.
I'd
Like,
just be done.
I put acid on my vagina. Maybe that's why
Yeah.
you were seeing and hearing what you were. There was a lot on there.
Oh my God! Could you? That's the craziest girl that you ever meet. Is a girl that like doses acid on her pussy.
That is everyone's like, oh, cocaine off a stripper's ass or whatever.
No,
Like liquid LSD off a clit.
yeah, that's way harder right there. You're way harder of a human
I don't
being.
even. That would probably
Wouldn't work.
Actually,
I don't think
that
it would
would.
work.
If it was you, if you just put it on there.
I mean, yeah.
and then did it real quick.
Yeah, real quick. I mean, you'd want to. I would want to be like right there, like
You'd
drop
be like-
her. Then yeah, like I would be ready.
Into your mouth, or are you putting your dick down there and it's going into
Oh
the tip
no,
of
it's
your
not. I mean,
penis?
that wouldn't do anything.
You wouldn't get it sublingually through your fucking cock?
I don't think so.
You
Not as
could-
good.
I
yeah.
think you would.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there's people who
Do they
done
do?
this.
Do they? Do, all right. If listen,
Like I bet it'd probably be
listeners, I know there's a
easier-
lot of crazy ones of you, but if you have dosed yourself with liquid LSD through your dick hole, please write into the Meat Sweaty
This one's
Through the dick
this
hole.
one's going to D.
No.
D, if you've ever put
Mom,
liquid
I know you
LSD
lived through the '60s.
in your vagina.
Yeah.
Not through the. I'm saying you put it on the like the top of your.
No,
dick,
I know what you're saying.
And then you put it inside of a vagina, and then I'm sure that she would also. That would absorb into her also.
I think that would absorb
imagine.
into her more than you.
That would definitely absorb more into her than you.
Because
You
I
just,
mean,
you put it in and just leave it there.
You
Yeah.
have to let it
you
sit.
have to soak like a
It's just
pig.
the weirdest.
You need to sit on your dick for a while first. You'd be like, hey, baby.
It sounds like a waste of good acid.
I don't.
What if you stick it in your pee hole? And you let
That's just.
And then you just pop like
and then you just blow it in her.
yeah.
Just like, Blue, here's
I
my
feel like
seed
the-
and some acid.
There and again.
Is the sperm and the acid going to go into the egg at the same time?
I feel
creating a fucking supervillain? Holy shit,
I mean-
guys. Guess what we just did?
I think you just invented the origin story for Stephen Hawking.
We had invented
Or
the
the next Stephen Hawking.
Eric,
in the realms of space.
Eric, we got shit to do, okay?
That's how Elon Musk is actually making his kid right now.
I
And
can't
he's
have
and he's gonna sue you for copyright
I
infringement.
can't have any more babies. Not because I physically can't, because I can't afford to pay for it anymore. However, we're going to take one of you and we're going to stick some LSD in your penis.
Not in it. Not
In the
not
tip,
it.
we're going to take some acid.
Fine,
a
I'll
tab
do
of
it for
acid.
humanity.
We're going to stick it in the tip of your dick. You're going to have sex with a woman and blow your load, and hopefully the egg, the sperm, and the acid go into the egg at the same time, and we create either a supervillain or B, a superhero. Or maybe
We'll take the
a
chances.
super reject. I don't know.
I mean, I think we're just gonna
could come out with six arms.
I was just gonna say, I think we're just gonna create super autism.
Listen, that's one. That's
we're
one
gonna create.
step.
We're gonna create the one tism to unite them all.
Perfect.
It's this individual can look at a tie dye and tell you exactly how many spirals there are. That's what we're dealing with here.
Mr. Eric Sobczak of the Eric Sobczak's of Eric's Food and Lifestyle blog. How can people find your blog?
Oh, they can be my friend on Facebook.
That's how you get that. So Eric
Yeah.
Sobczak on
You
Facebook.
can. There's two ways you can. Facebook URL is very easy to remember if you are familiar with the film Angels in the Outfield. The URL is www.facebook.com/Hemmerling for Mitchell. Go back to Cincinnati for ease of remembrance.
I don't even know what the fuck you just said.
That Facebook.com/Hemmerling for Mitchell. Go back to Cincinnati.
Okay.
That was a quote. You remember that quote?
Now,
How dare you?
did Christopher
you remember
Lloyd
that
say
one?
it?
Yes.
Hell yeah, that's what's up.
Okay.
That movie.
So
Hemmerling for Mitchell. Go back to Cincinnati. That's when the coach puts in Hemmerling, the utility infielder, and takes out Mitchell, the best hitter on the team, because Hemmerling's got the Angels on him.
Oh, stop. All
And
right,
then a dude
or
in the bleachers.
just search.
for Mitchell. Go back to Cincinnati. Cincinnati was where he used to manage, so he's like, we don't need you in our town anymore. Go back to Cincinnati. He
So-
objected to the call, so he says, go back to your old team.
Is that a front slash or a backslash?
I don't even remember anymore. Most people, you just know. Don't. If you have to think about it, then it's like, oh fuck, which one is it?
It's the same one as the question mark.
It's the
does.
normal one.
It's the question mark slash, which would be backslash.
Or you could just
or-
look up Eric Sobczak on
Just
Facebook.
look up Eric
No,
Sobczak.
you can go to ericsobczak.com, ERICSOBCZAK.
You can just stop
.com,
at
and that
SOB.
will just go to that will automatically go to my Facebook page.
Oh, fancy.
Or you can type in SOB to Facebook, as in son of a bitch, and Eric actually just shows up magically.
He shows up at your door,
It should
which
be
is
me.
weird.
If there's any other ones, just look at him and be like, does this guy look like he is a successful food and lifestyle blogger? And it's like, nah, this guy looks like he works at Napa.
Nah,
It's not that guy.
Nah, player.
And then and then it's like, oh, this guy is definitely a successful food and lifestyle blogger. And then that one's me.
Eric
Use your
Sobczak,
judgment.
Thanks for coming, buddy.
thank you so
Thanks
much
for having
sir.
me, guys. This
We
was
love
fun.
you, dude.
Love you,
Love
buddy.
you guys too. Appreciate being here.
Everybody, thank you so much for watching and listening and whatever. Again, Matt's a weirdo, and I just don't know what to do with him at this point.
You know what? I'm sorry that I bring those funny shit. Okay?
Don't be down water from him.
do
listen.
not be down water from Matt, especially if you've given him any type of look.
If you ever see me in the
whatsoever.
water staring at you expectantly, I'm just waiting for the warm washes of my piss to hit you and see some form of reaction on your face.
You've been warned, mortals. We love you, and good night.